talking about interagency collaboration. Now that's key if you're going to set up community policing. Now you see what happens with all the security agencies. Fears have been expressed that wouldn't this extend to the concept of community policing?
Like I keep saying, we need to look at this closely. Interagency squabbles happens all over the world. Even between you and I, as brothers, it happens. Between twin brothers, it happens. There is always that element of what is called, there is healthy competition and there is unhealthy competition. In most cases, what we're talking about here is unhealthy competition. But this, in terms of security architecture, can always be taken care of if we factor in a little bit of what the CP Otuku said. Money is the root of all evil. The bigger you are, the bigger your budget. The smaller you are, the smaller your budget. And when you as a small entity has an intel that has to be carried out by the bigger body, you will keep the intel and say, let's see how they survive with it. And it becomes, that little ember will become a conflagration. Another factor we have to remember is this. There is no money to operate. We were trying earlier to kind of categorize, let's say we buy pickup vehicles. The budget they have cannot buy 10 or 20 pickup vehicles for the whole nation. Okay, let's think in terms of the local governments we have in Nigeria, 774. Those pickups are close to about 15 million times 774. Where is the budget for the police? It's gone. Will they pay salaries, emoluments, retirement benefits, and the rest of them? There was a time one of them came on air and said, even the budget we are supposed to get, if it's X amount, by the time it comes out, it becomes 40% of X amount. My senator here can lend credence to that. If they say 10 naira should go to them, at the end of the day they get 4 or 5. Where is the rest of the funds? And when you don't give them the funds, at times I pity them. You and I sleep in the house. You have security doors, you have bulletproof doors, you have burglar bars, you have this, because you want to sleep. You know what you do? You put a policeman outside. Is he not in Nigeria? Is he not flesh and blood like you are? People will say he's doing his job. Are you making his job palatable for him? Those are factors we need to look at. And one of the basic things I normally say in terms of security is always go for the grassroots. Like somebody is doing something wrong, the balance in security is follow the money. If you follow the money, you get to the root of it.
All right.
There are some instances, just give me about 30 seconds more, because we will need to develop on it, and then nobody has a prerogative of intellect. Everybody here has the intellect to make Nigeria go further. The basic cause is what causes the crime. I will tell you 3 things: the social, the economic, and the political.
All right.
If we don't tidy up those 3, I call them human infrastructure. If you don't take care of human infrastructure, that is human capital development, you cannot take care of the physical development and the development of the nation as a whole. So basically, I want us to trash out the root cause of crime in itself.
All right, let's go back to the phones from Jos. We have Isa calling in. Hello, Isa. Go right ahead.
My name is Isa Father. I'm calling from Jos.
You have it here.
Thank you. You see, I just want to have a personal experience. My question goes directly to Mr. Bakare. You see, experience. What are the security agencies doing, particularly the police, to ensure a proactive measures rather than reactive to tackle the high level of crime in Nigeria?
Well, Bola Bakare, back to you. And you've I've seen a lot happen. I commentate on a social event, on social, the socio-political system that we run.
Absolutely.
Right now, this is a challenge that demands a drastic action. Beyond it, let's assume you put all this in place and you engage in proper community policing. What should be the next step?
Once again, thank you, sir. Thank God we are at the level of trying to tackle the root cause. We've been able to look at the social aspects a little bit. His Excellency and the Senator here have been able to delve a little bit into the political aspect. The other aspect is the economic factor. But it is the social and the political that drives the economic. So basically, let's lay our emphasis on the social and the political, because the political drives governance. That's little wonder they say politics and governance, they run pari passu. If you look at the family, right, the family metamorphoses into the human being that becomes the politician, that becomes part of a political party, that ends up being a senator or a governor. The onus is on them. Because right now, 200 million Nigerians have chosen 109 human beings to be their senator. We've metamorphosed ourselves into 109 in the Senate and into 360 in the House of Reps. The onus is now on them, so that we can have a system that drives an economy that drives the people, that are people oriented. We have too many of our kids footloose, doing nothing. What kind of legacy do we leave for our kids? I said, look at Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is the greatest thing in Formula 1 today. His father took him to a go-kart rink at age 2. Look at the Williams sisters. Their father taught them how to play tennis. They are the greatest thing in tennis these days. Look at Tiger Woods. His father is an ex-military man. His father taught him how to play golf at age 2. What do we teach our kids? Like you rightly said earlier, Cyril, that the situation we have on our hands stems from the fact that politicians pick on mixed screens, arm them to achieve their aim. At the end of the day, they leave them alone. I ran inferences to what gave us Boko Haram. I know a lot about security factors. For people who know the Northeast very well, about 6-8 years back, when Boko Haram was at inception, when these miscreants were left alone, they killed 4 government officials. Ateke Tom, Fenami. For those who are from the Northeast, they know the names I'm mentioning. They killed them because they were the ones that were supposed to, in quote, maybe disburse the funds to them. And once the funds were not coming, they killed them. That was the beginning of Boko Haram. Because while we were busy sowing the seed of discord and fanning the embers of insecurity, some people somewhere were busy watching us. Trans-international terrorism, they were busy watching us and saying, let's see how far these boys can go. When they saw how far they can go, they used them as a vehicle. I'll run a fast one. I'll fast forward it a little bit. When these boys became good and the international terrorists picked on them, the first place they went to was Force Headquarters. It was with a small IED. He made a small boop and 2 people died. They moved from there. They went to United Nations building. 27 people died. They moved from there. They went to Yanya. Close to 100 died. Now, we have now, from our own stupidity and recklessness, we have now created, from little embers, now it's a conflagration. We have created a situation that is beyond our hands. But the thing is, with politics, with economics, and with the social factors, if we can put that in perspective and become better human beings, and that is why community policing is at the base of it, because community is the grassroots.
So I always say no one program can take care of all the issues. So we must end this conversation here at this point in time and extend our gratitude to all our guests. Let us say a very big thank you to Governor Aminu Bello Masari of Katsina State. Thank you so much for being here, Governor. Again, we say thank you to Senator Haliru Dauda Jika, who is Chairman Senate Committee on Police Affairs. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Sir.
All right. We were also joined tonight with very incisive insights into the issues at stake by Emmanuel Ujuku, retired Commissioner of Police, once spokesman for the Nigeria Police Force. Thank you for sharing your experiences with us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And of course, we have been here with Bola Bakare, a security analyst and public affairs commentator, who's also giving us an insight into his thoughts on this issue. Thank you.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you too.